right, so we are going to start a new podcast. We're going to see how this goes. It's a debut. So it's 101. We're on 101. Let's do Founders 101 with, oh my gosh, first guest.
Wow.
Where have you been?
No.
Pavel, where have you been all day?
Plug and play summits. They do it twice a year, and it was a crazy day. I mean, 3 days in a row. They start specifically super early. So first keynote session started at 8. So, and it's in Sunnyvale. So it's assumed that you wake up at 5 and go
Pavel,
there.
there's a lot of people that will see this. They don't need these details.
But
tell me what you got done today.
Just look, I'm just like diligence guy.
What?
The secret sources details. So like how can I make the thing?
What did you get done today?
I met several super important, interesting people to work with. Yeah, you asked the questions and you forgot that. So that new form of podcast. Okay, it's back to me. Your question now.
We're gonna make people dizzy. So, what's the most important thing you got done at Plug and Play?
So just look, no, for me it's very simple. Like I'm interested in high level customers now. So like for adding to the platform. So it's like enterprises, it's private equity firm, investment banks, and definitely venture funds and family offices. Obviously, that's main categories for us. And I accomplished the mission in the last 2 days. I met several people that showed real interest in the platform. And one of them even decided to meet us right away today. And he told me, I don't care how late it will be. I want to meet you today because he leaves tomorrow to Chicago. And we agreed to have a late dinner at 10 o'clock. Yeah, Tony,
we're
don't
gonna
want
be
me to
busy.
speak.
We're gonna be busy because we're headed somewhere. Pavel, where are we going?
We are going to Hillsborough. And don't ask me why.
Why are we going to Hillsborough? Why are we going to the AGI House here on Thursday night?
We go to AGI House? Wow. Yeah, so we go to AGI House. It's our friends, 3 friends of ours, decided to combine forces and make a great event today. It's an unusual event. Why 3? 3.
Melissa.
4. No, it's Valentina Eibl with Patrick Eibl. It's our great friends. They combined the forces with AGI House and Melissa Daniel in order to host something that never hosted before. Femtech Red Carpet Gala. So like, yeah, I will need to change that. Patrick.
Nobody cares about your wardrobe.
So they care about the wardrobe. They make it beautiful and stuff, and I care about the wardrobe. But I don't use the bow tie and stuff like that. So I have today.
But it's a gala, so we're gonna have lots of fun. Valentina has worked so hard on this. She is a young founder, and I can't believe the sponsorship she has gotten, including Synexis. So congratulations to you for her company is Her Control, and she's helping homeless women in San Francisco with their monthly cycles and all kinds of things that have never been discussed in tech work, and it's the work that she's chosen, so I love it.
No, she has a great mission, and I'm surprised with the resilience of this young lady. I mean, she compiled all of that. She helped us, by the way, with Tonya to manage Frontier Tech Forum in September.
I was going to ask you about that.
So showed a great resilience and participation, volunteering there, and in just like short time, she decided to assemble the next big thing herself.
So speaking of Frontier Tech Forum, that was not a one and done. We had so much fun. Do you want to do it again?
What exactly?
Frontier Tech Forum.
Oh yes. I want to make at least 5 next year. Yeah, so
it was 3.
No, it's 5.
2 weeks ago.
No, it's 5 and maybe 7. But no, we speak about 5 now. And what we want to make, we made the first one in San Mateo. It's close to San Francisco side. We want to make one in the South Bay. And then we start to travel like around the United States nationwide. So we will plan New York, Los Angeles, Austin, and back to San Francisco.
Excellent. So I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that you are Mr. Synexis, but if you weren't building the Synexis platform, if the world was your oyster, what would you build?
Yeah, it's a great question. So just look, I consistently have ideas when I see something that is not sorted properly in tech world. Generally, I instantly see the opportunity to build around that. I just stop myself because I was several times invited already to join some companies. to advise some companies to realize new ideas.
Answer the question.
It's changing because when I see people start building that, so like it's something I wanted to make 2 years ago. It's not actual anymore because people build consistently with AI now. There are like 100,000 startups appeared in the last 24 months. So, but if I would go somewhere today, I have an idea of the next company, by the way, but not next, maybe extra company, but when I have time for that, with one company per time, like ultra focused. That's my principle. But definitely it makes sense to pay to two principal.
Have you answered the question yet? Is there something?
Because
is there something that you're interested in?
Yeah,
that if money were no object, if providing for your 2 kids weren't like a goal to get them into the best colleges in the U.S., what would
they don't want
build?
to go. They don't want to go to the US colleges in the U.S.
Fine.
By the way. So
Okay.
in Europe.
So
yeah.
the best colleges in Europe. What would, if none of that mattered, if money were no object, what would you want to be building right now?
I would build around 2 topics. It will be funny. I would tell you that, but I would never tell that. But around quantum, now will be there, or around robotics. Now these 2 topics that I like a lot, and I see a lot of space and opportunity there. That will happen. And on top of that, I would like to have a fund as well.
A fund.
Because I'm entrepreneur myself, and I can bring a lot of value to startups. I do that with Synexis already, and obviously, like growing further, I would like to support companies with and growth and financial aspects of that, and technology aspects. So I can bring a lot on the table. So I already helped a number of companies with advisory without even just being an advisor. But definitely that will be the space. I would like to be in this space. It is why I'm here in Silicon Valley.
And we're thrilled you're here. You've been here, what, less than 2 years
16
now?
months. 16 months, just like from scratch. 16 months ago, I landed here and had zero connections, had 0 US customers, 0 investors.
Now you have your own personal chauffeur.
Oh, yeah, the best one you can imagine. Yeah, I wish every founder have such a great friendship with the investor like I have with Tony. I might tell that.
Oh, good.
And Tony is not only the driver, but
and I bring him organic apples. So this fund thing is interesting. I didn't know that you wanted to do that. I knew you're building it into the product.
I will tell you, I don't know if it's a fund or maybe investment bank, because I'm around that already. So let's see what will, because this is another topic to talk, because maybe we will not see funds as they are today in 5 years. So by the time that's when we plan to put the company to the IPO level, to Synexis, we will see how it will go and what will be the trajectory, the speed and the path there. But by that time, maybe in 5 years, we will not see the investment market the same way it's happening today, because with AI things changing up
100%.
very fast.
Yeah.
So in any way, I see myself whether building something next that will be actual. I have some ideas now, but let's see if they will be actual later, or I want to be around the area growing innovation from the financial and deal perspective.
Love it. I met with a founder a couple of days ago up in Napa, and everybody's using AI in fund predictions right now. That's not necessarily unique, but what I loved about his is he still keeps the human in the loop, but he's using it from an efficiency perspective. So he's able to vet deals, and 96% of his deals are excluded by his AI algorithm, given he has several different indexes that he pulls in through APIs, and he's got some really good numbers. And I think the way he's looking at it from an efficiency perspective, because what you said a minute ago about 100,000 startups in the last couple of years, it's harder and harder to separate the noise from what's real.
Yep.
And I think data is going to be our path to that. And so what you know about quantum and what you know now about building, I think could turn into something really interesting with how investments occur, because it's gonna change dramatically, I think, in the next 4 years.
It will change dramatically, and what we speak about that when the funds they build their own intelligence around the stuff, the question is again about the data. So yes, obviously it's possible now to utilize some sort of external data, but the question is how to be inside this real-time data of the companies itself. That's the biggest question, and the players who will get access to that, they will definitely will win. And at the same time, second point you touched, there are too many companies, and even the funds that they get, like, what they get access to. They get access to applications or companies mostly that apply to them, right? So externally, many companies are in a stealth mode now. You don't see what's going on, and when you see what's going on, it can be too late already. So these aspects are very interesting and curious to see where and how it will go. And also, if you will see from perspective flow today, like we still see like VCs as the biggest players in the market yet. But just look how many family offices and just like high net worth individuals started to deploy money directly. So like how many we see people, operators that made exits, and they start to build small funds, ultra specific funds for this, with high level of participation, high level of personal diligence they can do because they are experts in that. That changes dramatically how the market operates. It's very interesting to see the next trend. So yeah.
I think some of the best investors, you and I had dinner with Melissa Daniels of AGI House a month ago maybe, and she's done a lot of investments at AGI House in a short period of time, and I asked her, how'd you move that quickly? And she said it's because of, and it's cliche to say it's because of the relationships, but it's the way they recruit for their platform based on the relationships they've created in market, and they've used the community social aspect to get to know founders and to determine whether founders are a good fit for their portfolio. And I think we're going to see more and more of that. Some funds are very off, some funds are too hands-on, but I see us going more into verticals where it's a true ecosystem, where the founder is getting help from the fund, and it's not just taking up a board seat, but it's actual knowledge and experience in that vertical to really help those founders meet what is it's very difficult, as you know, to be a founder, and all the things you have to figure out. I mean, you have to be a whole company all at once. We've only got one or two people, and I think that the future of funders will be offering services to help those founders get to the next level faster.
But just first of all, think about from this perspective. It is in the first interest of funds to help companies grow faster, because the faster they grow revenues, the valuation is growing, the faster they can whether make exit or sell in secondaries and return money to LPs, because business of funds itself is just like to make profits and get money back with these profits to their LPs and get the chunk of that to themselves. So like, if you understand from this perspective, yes, so like they should be focused on helping founders to get more customers, more revenues, help them to polish and nail their business model, their go-to markets, like help to build the funnel. And unfortunately, most of resources that are limited resources for funds, they are still in the manual work of analysts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that is crazy, especially if you're just small fund. You can specifically consider like emerging fund managers that raise 10, 20, even 50 or like up to $100 million. They operate with 2% a year. It's small money, because one analyst here in the Valley will cost like $250 million a year, and like, who can afford that? So like,
that's
big
somebody
funds,
straight out of their MBA program.
Yeah, and
they don't really have a lot of experience. They've just got a good education.
Yeah, and oh man, I interviewed many VC funds, and just like many of them are not happy with the speed and deliverables that they receive. Yeah, so in that case, these things should be automated. Definitely, this is what we are focused on Synexis, and then this workforce can be used in order to grow the companies much faster.
Okay, so fine. Here's my suicide statement. That's probably a bad term.
Suicide?
Here's my suicide.
No. We are on one-on-one. I promise you, there will be no suicides.
This.
No, Tonya, please let me. I'm ready to leave right here. Just take me to the shoulder, and then you do your suicide mission without me, okay?
So I think VCs aren't happy with founders because the product that they receive to understand what the founders have is not professional enough. The financials are not good. The storytelling's not good. VCs have to work too hard to get the right information to make a decision. On the flip side, every founder I know really dislikes VCs, because especially VCs that write smaller checks, they'll take you through a complete due diligence just to pass on you for $100K you could get from an angel. So I think the system has a lot of friction on both sides, and I think as we narrow it down, it'll become much more clear VCs and founders that work on the same things and want to work together. And that's going to create better opportunity for partnership. And that's where I think the evolution will occur.
But the thing is that I consider that the best comparison of the VCs and founders is really like a marriage, right? Because when there's real synergy and people work on the same goal together, in that case it works. And funds, that's like two things. Is first of all, you're absolutely right. So when you get the small checks and when you're like early company, yeah, you do that. And then you need not only to get this money and go through different diligence for every fund that is not unified. That's another problem to solve that we were working on. But you also need to consistently update and talk and meet, and that's a great thing because you build relations. But in the meantime, your time is extremely limited until you raise like serious round and you can hire like almost chief of staff and like all the types of C-level guys that will replace you in many things. Because as a founder, for example, just consider me like my goal is just like to build product fast. So like most of burn goes to the developers workforce. So I would better hire a couple of more developers to deliver faster now, other than just like spending on someone who will help me, operations people. Yeah. So in that case, I become like CEO. I do the products, like I work on the investments, so like I work on the same time on the sales, I work on the partnerships, and in that case, you want to build more relations with everyone that is your stakeholder, in your cap table, in your like top end clientele, but you physically like capacity is limited. So in that case, yes, automated things, that is I think where AI will help the most, not only with investors but all types of stakeholders, to help deliver what's necessary to be automated and get people not pissed off, and to operating with data to bring everyone what they need and automate it and the way they would like to consume it. That is where agents is the must-have, 100%. This enterprise workflows, it's the number one thing that should be and will be automated with agents in the next 2 years.
Very exciting. All right.
Oh yeah.
So we were going to go 15 minutes and we've gone almost 20 now. Here's a fun
You told me that it will be just 5.
But it's you and it's me.
It will be just like, I don't tell you, what's this new format? Yeah, new format. Just 5 minutes
right.
post.
5 minutes.
Yes, yeah. And
so
what it will be if we had 2 hours drive?
Here's the question.
Yeah,
here's the question I think I will end all of these podcasts with.
Okay.
You know my network pretty well. So who do you recommend are the next, give me 3 people that you think I should get in the car and let's do a drive.
Okay.
So 3 people. Ding, 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 ding.
I would definitely start with Mr. Art.
Dunk, 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 boom, boom, boom.
One.
Yes, Mr. Art, who is flying to Europe tomorrow.
Yes,
yeah.
so like from our joint network, second person. Oh, I'm interested to hear different interesting questions on the corporate side with Mr. Vladimir from Cisco.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, good.
Who will be the third? Look, that's the tough question. These 2 obviously instant yes. Bring Mr. Bill Barry here in the car.
Oh my goodness.
Because I think, and make it very...
Do I have to put on mood music to get Bill like going? Do I have to some kind of light jazz?
Like, we know Bill a lot from the perspective on the AI infra side and stuff. Put him like in a very just like futuristic discussion.
Oh, okay.
I would like to hear him not about data centers. Everyone knows Bill from the data centers, but I would like to hear another side of Bill. So what is his...
Is there another side? So where do we think we were going before I accidentally paused it?
So again, Tonya paused that. I don't know where it was to stop. We need to go there to the right, and yeah, you don't want to go to the left. But
I think I've done pretty well.
So eating your food,
so
driving the car, and at the same time making the podcast, you made brilliantly well.
We get it done. So Bill Barry.
So I made 3 names. I'm just in case if it didn't work. So Tony asked me who would be the next.
In the South, people let people over when they miss a
but that's not here. Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. So first is Mr. Art. Great, interesting conversation. Would like to listen to that.
So that's Art Case.
It's Art Case. Then it's Vladimir Sezonovs from Cisco Ventures. By the way, just you can get 2 guys here in the car. Make a jam. You can get Carlos and Vladimir and make the jam with them.
Okay,
that will be
fine.
funny. That will be funny. And make a stops and change them into place. So one here, one there.
Okay.
So
don't manage my podcast. Just make some recommendations.
I just bring the like creative ideas. I love that. Okay, and the third person will be Bill Barry. But I would like you to talk to him about not about AI infra, but talk about the future, because he.
Good luck with that.
Why?
Because AI Infra is everything.
No,
Data centers,
yes.
InfraCore, his new company. Bill is hot on the trail of
I know, but
infrastructure.
this is the basic level.
I've
want
done
to hear
2 keynotes that I had to write just for him because it had to tie my topics of wisdom and human latency to infra. But Bill deserves
But anyways, so like, Mr. Bilberry,
Yeah.
I want you to talk about what will be built on top of the beautiful infrastructure that you built, and what will be the crazy Machiavellic outside of your insight on the future of humanity.
What was
So
that
will be
word?
interesting.
You're doing very well navigating. Thank you.
So I try to navigate and record that in the camera. Sorry for that. It's like
We're
combining
good.
the things. Yeah.
All right. So you've given me 3 people to pursue to get in the car with with food, drink, and freeway. Excellent. All right. We've had fun. Signing off as we head to the FemTech Gala hosted by Patrick
And
Valentina
Eibl.
and Melissa Daniels
Melissa
at
Daniels.
AGI House. Pavel, say goodbye.
See you.
Awesome.